I went to bed late last night because I kind of become obsessed with a new show on Netflix, Emily in Paris.
Oh, I started watching it.
And I called my sister, and I was like, "You gotta watch this show," because my sister, when she was in college, she took off for a year and went to Paris, lived for a year, and I feel like I'm watching my sister's life, like if she had a camera crew following her. But it was. I'm on episode 2, I think. Where are you?
I think like 3 or 4.
It's good, huh?
Yeah, it's cute. It's almost like Devil Wears Prada-y.
I never saw that, but the guy who did it is Darren Star, who did like all these shows in the 90s, like 90210. I don't know if he did that kind of show. He's got a name with this kind of show. What do you think of it, Delaney?
I love it. So my mom and I actually started watching it last night. We got to episode 3, and I just love her. I think she's so empowering. She's so cute. She lets everything roll off her back. I just like her character, and I think everybody, every man on that show is so gorgeous. I'm like, how are these guys all so hot?
Like her neighbor?
Yeah.
On the 4th floor? The guy on the 4th floor? Yeah.
I want to find all of them and follow them on Instagram.
The ugliest guy on there is her boyfriend.
I know.
Right? So I got to tell you something. So, you know the part where the boyfriend in Chicago wants to have phone sex with her?
Yeah.
Right? And then she gets her sex toy out and the power goes out?
That reminded me of you.
That's what happened. That exact same thing happened to me in Paris when I was with my mom and my sister, and I plugged in my breathing machine, and all the power went out in the hotel. That scene that happened there is exactly what happened to me. I was like, oh my God, except she did it with her sex toy. To me, it was my breathing machine. And I was with my mom and my sister, and she just got done having sex on a video sex with her boyfriend. But anyway, it's a cute show.
It is.
Now, here's what got me. I'm watching the show. I'm like, who is this girl? She's so talented, and she's so beautiful, and she's cute, and she's so I Google her, and you know who she is?
No.
Isn't she the one that's engaged to Hopper? Lily Allen, right?
She's Phil Collins' daughter.
Oh, really?
What?
Lily Collins. She's Phil Collins, the singer, the drummer from Genesis. Phil Collins, like the short little bald dude. That's his daughter.
Okay.
I'm looking at her, and I'm like, after I read that, I'm like, I see no semblance.
No semblance.
No
at all.
semblance at all.
She does have almost like an Anna Kendrick-y vibe
Yes.
to her. Very lovable, cute,
Yes.
and she's got a nice little bit of sass, but not too much. She's very likable.
It's a really cute show.
Lily Collins, not Lily Allen. So
Right, Phil Collins' daughter.
So she is not engaged to Hopper.
Right, she is Phil Collins' daughter, which is shocking to me. Like, he's probably shocked. In fact, they should do a DNA test because it does not. She's definitely on her way to be a superstar, I think. But anyway, also, let me tell you about another show. Also, I finished a whole season yesterday. I did nothing yesterday. I sat on the sofa yesterday and just ate ice cream and watched TV all day. And I did text Suzette on a show on Saturday night. I think he said, you got to watch this show.
Yeah.
It's on Amazon. It's called Utopia. Anyone here watch this?
No.
Suzette, how far are you on Utopia?
I just watched the first episode.
The whole first episode?
Yes, I finished it.
Okay, and the end of the first episode is jaw-dropping, right?
Oh, yeah. It hooks you. I kind of in the beginning, I was confused by everything. And then you have to kind of get towards the end to know kind of what's going on. It gave me the boys vibe.
Okay. It to me, it's like Stranger Things. But if Stranger Things is PG, this is rated R, Stranger Things. But it's kids. It's like two 10-year-olds. You're probably not there yet. It's about two 10-year-olds, and then I think the rest are maybe 3 or 4 or 5 21-year-olds. And they have to save the world. But it's so. After I watched it and I thought it was so good, I decided to Google a little bit about it. And there's bad articles about it because. Every time you watch an episode, it says, you know how it says the things that portrayed in this episode are fiction, because it has parallels to what's going on right now in the world with pandemic stuff and viruses. But this is a book or a movie that was made in 2013, and then they remade it here. I don't know, when they make movies, right? Probably a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. And John Cusack is the star who you interviewed.
Oh, yeah. I heard about this. When we were interviewing, he talked about filming this show in Chicago. It
takes place in Chicago.
It's based on an Anne Rice novel.
It is?
Not Anne Rice, Anne Rand.
And it's crazy, and it is just action-packed thriller, but it is so violent. Like in episode 2, which you'll get to, and by the way, remember how in Game of Thrones how you'd like a star and all of a sudden they'd be killed?
Yeah.
It's like that.
Oh,
Who you think are the stars of the show? You like a character,
What?
boom, they're taken out. Yeah, just wait to episode 2.
Just episode 1, where they're fighting for this comic book, and they're coming after all the people that saw a page of it. Is pretty violent.
Yeah, the last 5 minutes they just kill everybody, and it's like you had no idea, and it's like, and I mean, it is just twisted and violent, and Kyle, the reason I think you'd like it, and the reason it's getting semi-bad publicity, because it's all conspiracies of the ones like the people like, well, you sure that virus is put out by the government? This is all that's proving all that. It's crazy, right?
That
But it's
sounds
also
very
really good.
Ayn Rand. That was her whole
Yeah.
vibe,
Oh, it
like
was?
questioning
yeah,
everything.
she
Oh,
was
good, because I don't know anything about Ayn Rand.
anti
Yeah,
everything.
Atlas Shrugged.
Mm-mm.
I
Anthem.
feel like you've mentioned that before.
Ayn Rand, maybe just
Yeah.
because I've heard the name and I try to sound
Okay.
smart.
I never heard you
The band
mention
I
that.
got Dr.
before.
Seuss. I could throw Dr. Seuss in that convo.
Yeah, Ayn Rand is cool.
No, yeah,
Well-
the concept of the show is pretty cool because it's like a comic book that everyone is chasing, but they're most of the people are chasing it because they're huge fans of the story and the comic book and they want it, but some people actually believe it's a manuscript of saving the world. Like
Right.
they need that in order to save the world. So you have both sides that actually believe those comic books are real and the people that are just fans.
And the guy who wrote the comic book is in a mental institution.
Yeah.
And they're trying to find the guy that wrote the comic book.